so often we feel like we're not a big deal, we're not going to be a big deal, and then guess what happens? We don't make it happen. Like, it has to start with you believing that you can actually be a big deal. What's going on with that? Why do you believe that you can't be a big deal? Like, what is there underneath the surface that is making you believe that about yourself? Because it's not true. You just are holding a belief around it, but that doesn't make that belief true. I wanted to talk to you today about how do you become a big deal? Like, how do you become a big deal in business, in your industry? How do you go from having an idea to breaking through to becoming really well recognized in your industry, to creating so much success, to actually becoming a millionaire or whatever it is you want to become? But like, let's be honest about this. You can 100% become a millionaire. You can 100% build a multi-million-dollar, pound, whatever business. Like, you can do that. You have the ability to do it. I have no doubts in my mind about it. Because if someone had told me, I don't know, 15 years ago, that I would have been able to build a business that's made millions and millions, I would have thought, yeah, in my wildest dreams. Because the idea back then of me creating like loads of success and becoming a millionaire felt like a joke. Like, don't be so ridiculous. So to go from feeling like it would be a complete ridiculous joke to actually making it my reality, in doing that, I've realized actually there is a process if you want to break through and become a big deal. Like, how are you going to create the success that you want? So I wanted to share these 4 things with you to help you to really become a big deal. So the first thing I wanted to share is this. If you want to be a big deal, you have to figure out what your thing is. So what is your thing for becoming a big deal? What is your thing? And when I say that, I mean, like, what is your focus? What is your mission? You have to be so clear on what that is so that you know what you're going after. So for example, for me, when I started the Female Entrepreneur Association, I knew really clearly that my thing was to be able to bring women in business together, for us to support one another, for us to be a place where I'm going to inspire and empower women to build wildly successful businesses. Like, that was what my thing was. I was there to be that person to inspire and empower women in business. Like, that was my thing. What is your thing? What is your mission? What is it that you're trying to do? And be so clear and so focused on what that is so that you can create the success that you want to create. Without that, you're all over the place, and what the heck are you going to even be a big thing doing? So knowing what your thing is, what is your mission? Once you know that, the second thing is knowing who is it for? Who is your thing for? Who is your mission? Who are you helping on this mission? So for me, I knew I'm helping women in business, or women who want to start a business. So I knew really clearly who is it that I'm trying to go after? Who is it that I'm trying to help, trying to support, trying to serve? Like, who are those people? So you need to know who it is you are serving so that you know who you need to get in front of, basically. So understanding what your thing is and who your thing is for. 2 really important things. Once you have figured that, then the next thing is networking like a crazy person. This is so important, even if you are an introvert, because like, I am definitely on the introverted side. And for me, I knew I had to get myself out there, networking to find people who can help you, who can help bring your ideas to life, people who are going to be interested in what it is that you're offering, but getting out there and connecting with people. This is the way for you to become a big deal, for people to get to know you and to connect with you and to believe in you, and for you to be able to talk about the thing that you're doing with so much authenticity, and to be able to share your stories around why you're doing what you're doing, and to connect with people in a really meaningful way is going to be such a game changer. So for me, when I started FEA, I started networking a lot, I mean, online, so on LinkedIn at the time, and then since then, like in Facebook groups and all different ways, actually. And for me, at the beginning, though, on LinkedIn, I was reaching out to people, I was connecting with people, I was just showing genuine interest in other people and what they were doing in like the business space. I started to say yes to opportunities to going to events, and I met more people at those events. And it was through meeting people that I learned key things that I need to be doing. It was through meeting and networking with people that I had some amazing opportunities to create some incredible things. And it was through like masterminds that I joined early on, where I learned, for example, I need an email list. I need to be creating content, free content, to be able to get in front of my audience. And in joining those masterminds and meeting people, it really helped me to figure out, like, what am I actually meant to be doing? How am I going to get myself out there in the best way? And so for me, networking and masterminding and connecting with people has been so instrumental to my own success. One of the reasons early on why I started a magazine, a digital magazine called, it was originally This Girl Means Business and then became She Means Business. But one of the reasons that I created that magazine is so that I could reach out and interview people that were way more successful than me. Because a really good way to be able to become a bigger deal is to elevate yourself, to be seen and connected to someone that's bigger than you. So that is what I focus on doing. How could I figure out how I could interview or how I could connect with these really big people, and how could I then make it so that other people saw that person and saw me, and then I was being associated with that person, even though I was nowhere near where they were at in terms of like success or what they'd accomplished and achieved or something. So thinking about you and your industry, who are some people that you might want to put on a wish list to reach out to, and think like it would be amazing to be able to like do something with them or collaborate with them or interview them or support them in some way? Like, how could I get into their world? It's so powerful what is possible when you just make the effort and you reach out and start connecting with people in a real, genuine, meaningful way. It's really, really powerful. And those relationships help to elevate you in so many ways, through opportunities and like all sorts. So really networking and getting people in your industry, in your space, to know who you are, what your thing is, and who your thing is for, and just, really establishing yourself. And like every single one of us can do this. You might be like, but there's already loads of other people doing it, or you might have loads of fears around putting yourself out there. But at the end of the day, if you want to make your business really successful, if you want your business to be a big deal, if you want to be a big deal, then you have to have the courage to use your voice to speak up and to connect with people and to share your story and to share why you're doing what you're doing and to really put yourself out there. And by networking and connecting, you can really do that. I think sometimes we overlook it. Sometimes we chase after, we have to post out on social media, or we have to learn Facebook ads. And obviously those two things are amazing ways to get seen and to create visibility. But there's something super powerful about networking, about reaching out one-on-one with people and building relationships one-on-one. There's something really powerful with that, because it's just amazing where that can go. And I have always experienced that when you reach out and build those relationships, the ideas that flow from it, the following connections that flow from it are just, can be so powerful. Not always, obviously, but a lot of the time it can be really, really powerful. And for me, the relationships I've built with people have definitely helped me to make FEA a bigger deal than what it would have been. Like, I haven't done it by myself. I have done it with the help of so many people along the way. And that's the thing, like, you don't have to do this alone. You can do this with the help and support of so many other people. And the final thing, the fourth thing that I really want to share, although there's so many different things I could share on this topic, but is make the decision to become so bloody good at what you're doing. Like, so many people don't make that decision. Like, there are so many businesses out there that are just average. They're average. Like, have you ever had an experience where, I don't know, the experience has just been so average, it's been so underwhelming, you've just been like, this is just really average. It happens so often. But what if you decide that you're going to be just so bloody amazing, you're going to become so good at what you're doing, you're going to go above and beyond with every little detail, with all the different things in your business. You're just going to be so good at it. You're going to think through, how can you create a business that really stands out head and shoulders above the rest? How can you create a brand that's just absolutely brilliant? How can you create a brand that people want to talk about, that people are really want to connect with, that people are inspired by? Like, how can you do that? And the answer is, go and learn how to build a really bloody amazing business, how to build an incredible brand. Like, all the information you could ever need is out there, and you can go and learn it. And when you learn it and when you start applying it and start implementing it, it's going to transform everything, but you're going to become a big deal because people are going to start paying attention to you because what you're doing is so good. And it's just also making that decision that you are going to become so good, making that decision that you are going to become a big deal. Like, for me, life started to change when I decided that I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to matter. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to become a millionaire. I wanted to create a successful business that was impactful, that was meaningful, that was fulfilling. Like, when I made those decisions that that's who I wanted to be and that's what I wanted to create, then my life started to change because I made that decision that that's what I was bringing into my life. So if you want to be a big deal, decide that you're a big deal. Decide that you are a big deal. And once you made that decision that you're a big deal, guess what? You'll start to make decisions in a different way. You'll start to show up in a different way. You'll start to talk to yourself in a different way. Everything will start changing. It might feel so insignificant, but these little changes will add up to a big outcome. So make that decision. Like, there's no difference between like you and anyone else that's a big deal right now. Nothing, other than they have made a series of decisions that have helped them to get to where they are, and they are. So decide that you're going to be a big deal. Decide that that's what you want for your life, that you want for yourself. But so often we feel like we're not a big deal, we're not going to be a big deal, and then guess what happens? We don't make it happen. Like, it has to start with you believing that you can actually be a big deal. And if right now you're like, well, actually, I don't know if I can, then start there with that, of like, what's going on with that? Why do you believe that you can't be a big deal? Like, what is there underneath the surface that is making you believe that about yourself? Because it's not true. You just are holding a belief around it, but that doesn't make that belief true. So what then beliefs do you need to work on that are going to really help you to really become a big deal? So really get clear on what it is that you're doing, what your mission is, what your thing is. Get really clear on who it's for, like who you're trying to serve, who are you there to help, support, like who are you doing that, like what's this for, like who are the people that would most be interested in your mission and the thing that you're building? How are you going to network like a crazy person? Who could you connect with? What groups could you join? What things could you be part of? And then finally, becoming so blooming good at what you're doing. Become amazing at what you're doing. You can become amazing at anything. Like anything. If you want to become amazing at playing the piano, then what do you do to get amazing at playing the piano? You get a teacher, you take lessons, you learn, you practice and 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 you start to become really, really good. And it's the same in business. If you want to have a business that stands out, if you want to become a big deal, then blooming practice like crazy at becoming so amazing. All of us have the ability to create so much success, to become a big deal, to become a big deal so that we can not in like an egotistical way, but in a way so that we can have the impact that we want to have, so that we can create the success we want to create, so that we can live more meaningful, fulfilled lives. And every single one of us has the ability to do it. It's making that decision that that's what you're gonna, if that's what you want, then make that decision. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. Like, if you want to have a really successful podcast, make that decision. I'm gonna do it. So whatever that is for you, it's making that decision and going after it, and then following those steps that I shared. Anyway, you can create so much success. Never forget that. You are here to do amazing things in this world, so just keep going with it. Keep going, keep going, keep going.